picks for another edition of Best Bets. I'm going to give you guys my best bet for this upcoming UFC fight card in Saudi Arabia. But before that, I just want to quickly recap the last UFC event. Overall, we went down 1.27 units. For my bets specifically, I had Garrett Armfield to win by knockout in round two at plus 600. I think this bet was kind of ass. I mean, the bet itself was pretty good because in the second round, Armfield did get Stand knocked down to the ground in the second round. But I think overall, I had Garrett Armfield winning, but he definitely didn't look like the favorite in that fight. Stand just came in with the wrestle heavy game plan, was able to get Armfield down to the ground, tire him out, gas him out. And so that's why I think it was a bad bet, even though that specific prop almost hit. The other bet that I had was Carly Judas to win by decision. That ended up being a split decision loss. Even though it was close, I mean, I still think that bet was also ass just because, man, I thought Judas was gonna go in with like a grapple heavy game plan as well. Just because, if you watch Gabriela Fernandez's last two fights, like the way to beat her is just to get her to the ground and just smother her from top. So, and if you watch that fight, Judas was able to get Fernandez down to the ground, but it was at the tail end of the second round with like 20 seconds left. And so if she had just done that from the start, I mean, this would have been an easy victory, but, that's neither here nor there. If it stayed kickboxing, I would have given the edge to Gabriel Fernandez, and that's what happened. And so that's why, even though it was a split decision loss, I still think it was a pretty bad bet. You know, with that said, that these two bets still could have been some pretty nice victories. Armfield to win by second round knockout at plus 600, getting that knockdown to the ground, and then Judas to win by decision, and it ended up being a split decision loss. So two bets that could have gone our way. Obviously they did not, but that's okay. Then I also had this three-leg parlay, Nate Maness to win, Almabayev to win, and then the over on the Miles Johns fight. That was the easy cash. Tatsuro Taira under 2.5. That's James's bet, so I'll let him break that down. And then I also did the parlay with Almabayev, Armfield, and Nate Maness. Armfield lost, so again, that was just a bad bet. But that kind of recaps our last UFC fight card. Let's move on now to this upcoming fight card in Saudi Arabia. So the best bet for this week is going to be a two-leg parlay. It's going to be the Chang Ho Lee and Xiao Long over 2.5, and the Nicolas Dalby versus Rinat over 2.5. So just to quickly break down the Chang Ho Lee fight, initially when I saw the line for Chang Ho Lee and Xiao Long, I first broke down the Xiao Long, this guy, watched his tape, and I noticed that the lines were pretty even. So I watched Xiao Long's fight tape, and I was like, damn, this guy is so ass. So I was ready to hammer Chang Ho Lee. Then I put on Chang Ho Lee's tape, and this guy is equally bad. And so I was like, okay, that's why the line is, pretty even. So I didn't really want to pick a side here just because I think both fighters are pretty bad. But I don't think either fighter has knockout power. Kind of just see this being like a wrestling, grappling, if it stays standing up, it'll just be like peppering shots. No one has that knockout power. The only worry here is if Chang Ho Lee is able to ground and pound Xiao Long for a knockout victory that way. But I mean, I really don't see it. So I like the over 2.5 there. And then the Nicolas Dalby Rinat over 2.5. I mean, both of these guys are just super durable. I don't see either of them getting knocked out. They're very tough. They're tough as nails. If you watch Dalby's last fight against fuck, I had a bet on that guy. Oh, Bon Fraud, dude. Man, I thought Bonfim was gonna come in there and just make quick work of Dalby, but that didn't end up happening. And so, Dalby's super tough. Obviously, Renat's tough as well. Got that uh think it was a draw against Zaleski. Um, he dominated, I think, the first two rounds, and then the last round he gassed out. But again, I think this fight's gonna be very grapple heavy, wrestle heavy, and both of these guys just know how to stay alive. I mean, neither fighter has been knocked out, so give me the over 2.5 Chang Ho Lee Xiaolong, and give me the over 2.5 for the Dalby and Rinat, and that's a plus 120. Just go one unit, and I think it's gonna cash. So there you guys have it. That is my best bet for this UFC fight card. Good luck, and I'll see you guys next week.